Before this video begins, I need to give this little disclaimer. This is not the start of an official new series that I'm starting, but more of a proof of concept that never went anywhere, and I finished a bit of it, but I'm here to showcase it in this video. I do not own Objectified Objects, nor do I own the characters that are shown or mentioned in this video. Thank you guys, and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we're doing a bit of a different video. See, when I was going through my files, I recently came across these video files for what would have been an original series that was going to be airing alongside another show. You guys might already know what this show is called, Objectified Objects. For a bit of backstory, Objectified Objects was supposed to be an animated object show, kind of more or less the same thing of what you're usually used to. But, you know. I originally was a part of this object show, and this is where I met a lot of my friends that you guys know and love today, like Annie, Rebecca, and so on and so forth. This was going to be a spin-off show that I planned to co-produce with the show's creator Aaron, and would have been running alongside the original Objectified Objects reboot. This video will basically show off everything that was made for the original Objectified Objects, the baseball and marble show spin-off series that I made, and would have aired in Halloween of 2020. So first up, I want to show the original episode. This is definitely going to be the most meaty part of it, as all of the original archived footage I pulled straight from my phone was somehow sitting there for the past near 3 years, and I never deleted it. But after I decided to clear up some space, I decided to why not show this lost footage to the world and show what Objectified Objects, at least my take of it, was going to be. Please enjoy the original pilot to Objectified Objects, the baseball and marble show.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of Objectified Objects, the baseball and marble show.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but I think it's the marble show, not the baseball show.
That's when you are mistaken, Marble. This is my show, the baseball show, not the marble show, my show.
It's called the marble show, and we're sticking to that, okay?
Okay, first off, why are you green? Isn't that the color of vomit?
Jeez, why are you so pale? Is it because that you saw how ugly you are, that you're so shocked? Huh?
Okay, you know what, enough. If we can't decide it, we'll make it both of our show, the baseball and marble show.
Alright, fine.
Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever show, Objectified Objects, the baseball show.
Baseball? I'm pretty sure it's the Objectified Objects, the marble show, not baseball.
Marble, we already went over this. It's Objectified Objects, the baseball show. It's not your show, it's mine.
Nope, it's marble, not you.
Wait, why are you green? Isn't that the color of vomit? You know, puke?
Why are you so pale, huh? Is it because you saw your reflection in the mirror and you saw how ugly you were, huh?
Okay, if we seriously can't decide who owns the show, why don't we just call it the baseball and marble show? For both of us.
Alright, fine.
Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever show, Objectified Objects, the baseball show.
Baseball? I'm pretty sure it's the Objectified Objects, the marble show, not baseball.
Marble, we already went over this. It's Objectified Objects, the baseball show. It's not your show, it's mine.
Nope, it's marble, not you.
Wait, why are you green? Isn't that the color of vomit? You know, puke?
Why are you so pale, huh? Is it because you saw your reflection in the mirror and you saw how ugly you were, huh?
Okay, if we seriously can't decide who owns the show, why don't we just call it the baseball and marble show? For both of us.
Alright, fine.
Anyway, today, on this episode, we're not going to be directly interviewing anybody, but we're here to tell you guys all about the show, what it's about, and, of course, introduce ourselves properly. Well, starting with me. I am Baseball, the true star of the show.
The show is. It's just. Honestly, why do I even bother?
I don't know why you bother with anything tiny. Anyway, yeah, to basically put it short, this show's all about interviewing our friends, which can range from lattes, cups, well, I guess latte is a cup, mugs, even YouTube logo, which is the host. But, of course, we're the host of this show, not the reality show. Anyways, that's all I really have to say. What do you have to say, Marvel?
The only thing I have to say is how ugly you are. That's it. Because, honestly, I'm just getting so sick and tired of looking at your ugly face.
What? We just stopped fighting. Jeez, you're more obnoxious than what's his name? I don't even know his name. But you know what? You get my point. You're obnoxious. Obnoxious as heck.
I bet you're gonna receive that thing as a compliment. That ugly thing? Yeah, 'cause you're red, aren't you?
Ugh, whatever. Anyway, how you doing today, Marvel?
I was doing good. That was until you came around. Jeez, I can't stand you.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Shorty. Besides, since you're short, that probably means you're...
Okay, that's where I stop you right there. Everyone, you decide who the real star of the show is. It's either me, the legendary Marble, or it's him, the fatso that is Baseball.
I'm not...
Oh, also, I forgot to give myself an introduction, so... Hi, my name is Marble. I despise baseball. I don't even know why we're sharing a show together. And, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about myself. I'm not really into things. I'm just kind of my own being, So just let me be.
That personality speech was even more disappointing than you at birth.
Oh, I'm sorry, Baseball. Should I call up Baseball Bat?
Baseball bat? Oh, heck no, I'm out of here.
And that's why I always come out on top. Anyways, viewers, like, subscribe, and do all that other sort of stuff because every single month we're going to release a couple episodes or so because we're just starting things out. So tune in next time where we interview some of our other friends. See you guys later.
So, what did you all think? I know, pretty impressive stuff, right? If you guys couldn't tell, Marble's voice was kind of a pain for me at the time because I didn't know which voice I wanted to stick with. This was the time where I was really going through puberty and my voice was changing a lot, so I couldn't do a high-pitched voice anymore. I can still kind of do Marble's voice, but it's not the same as what it used to be for obvious reasons. But yes, this show was never finished, and that explains why there's no music, no intro, nothing like that. It's just simple, raw, voiced footage. But wait, there's more to it. Along with this original pilot, there was going to be test promotion. That's right, what's a show without promotion? What I'm going to show you is a series of lost posters that I was going to make for Objectified Objects, starting with this test logo, which was Objectified Objects, the Baseball Marble Show, going live soon with a plain black background. This was really just to give a test logo until I decided on the final one, which would have been this one, which, as you can see, is a lot more dynamic and features the Objectified Objects Baseball Marble characters in the Golden Glory style, with the whole gradients thing. And it even features from the creator of Golden Glory because that was my only object show at the time. Keep in mind, this was before the second object show and the near 10 object shows I have up to now. And underneath it says based on the original object show concept and characters created by Aaron, coming this Halloween. This third image was more of a test image or an image I accidentally took during production and shows pretty much the set in its almost entirety. and we have a bit of a more crystal clear look at what the full set actually looks like. This one was from a scrap trailer that I planned to produce, so that's why it says from the creator of Golden Glory in orange, signifying Halloween, in a black background, coming this Halloween, so on and so forth. Here, what we have is a scrapped poster for what would have been the original poster to Objectified Objects, the baseball and marble show, after it released. However, I deemed this one a bit too, well, dark for obvious reasons, and let's just say filters were probably no help back then. So, I attempted to lighten it up, and I got this. This was going to be the one I made for a while. This was going to be the one that I was going to use, featuring the updated logo, the updated poster, and showing off what the show was going to look like. In terms of banners, it was just this one with baseball himself with Halloween on it until I changed it to feature by Matthew K, featuring the characters and concept created by Aaron, so on and so forth. And this one was an accidental image that I took when I was filming it. As you can see, it is very dark. I was filming this during the night, so that probably explains why. And the last bit of it is a plethora of animated text that I made for a non-finished Objectified Objects trailer that I was going to produce. Enjoy. So, that was the original trailer and promotional stuff. But what about the future episodes? What would they have looked like? Well, honestly, I can't really say much, since they would have followed more of a talk show format that you'd find on, well, even though it wasn't released at the time, Vance Fantastic Features from Inanimate Insanity, with a more back and forth rivalry between the two hosts, baseball and marble, since they were kind of being, complete douches to each other. But that's really all I can really say, because all the characters that were going to appear on this version of the show were also going to be appearing on the original, hence why the Objectified Objects is, well, in the title. Each episode would have had a new character up until the finale, which most likely would have been YouTube logo or even TV. In terms of episode count, though, I can't really say for certain how much, because I can't really remember how much characters were in this version of Objectified Objects that this show was going to be based on, as it had a slightly different cast to the one I first joined. But at the end of the day, that's really all up to speculation. So, now that we have all of that out of the way, and if I had so much progress done, what happened? Well, best way of putting it is that Objectified Objects as a whole seemed to get canceled, and there was really no word if I could actually release this episode or not, since I had a dead set release date, and it felt weird not releasing this when the original series wasn't even going to come out, so I ended up canning this show entirely on my own accords. And even then, I don't think I was able to release this anyway. The reason I'm releasing this now is just mainly to showcase what this show would have been rather than releasing it as an official full-on show. That's why I put the disclaimer in the beginning. Objectified Objects will always be a show that I'll always remember, considering the fact that this is literally where I first started really getting into the O.S.C. and started partaking in productions that weren't mine, instead other people's that I helped out with. And this is also the show that I met some of the greatest people I've ever met in. And a lot of faces that you guys know from Golden Glory, and I am super happy about that. And honestly, if Objectified Objects does come back one day, then I would be more happy than to see it return. Because as of right now, this is my own take, and this is pretty much unofficial. Making this video really brought me back to a time in my life that honestly I really loved. I loved making this show and just collaborating with people on an object show that while I may not have owned, I definitely had a major part in, and I got to just laugh along, have a bunch of great times with people that I am still friends with to this day, some of which I haven't spoken to in years, some of which have ghosted the internet, or some of which have just completely moved on from the show, but that's all perfectly fine. You know, we do things, we move on from them, and we look back on them with good memories. That's what a good memory is supposed to be. And honestly, I don't know if objectified objects will ever come back, but just looking back at this show and really like what it meant to me, it really feels very passionate and how great it was. 2020 was a very awkward year in all of our lives, but it brought a lot of negative, but it also brought quite a bit of positive too. And I'm choosing to look on the positive side of it all. The pandemic has come and gone, and I'm really grateful that even in 2023, I'm still able to look back at this now grown up, and I'm just in awe, in all nostalgia, at a time in my life that I think I'll always look back on really gratefully. My first true stab into the OSC in another object show. I personally just want to give a huge thank you to Annie, Rebecca, Brendan, Aaron, and everyone else I met on the Objectified Objects crew. I don't know if everyone else is still around, but I really hope that this show is still going to happen one day. Because this show, looking back at it, had some great potential, and I definitely do see how it could still work even to this day. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel. Jesus loves you. God bless you all. Go out there and spread the gospel. And thank you guys so much again. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone.